a few things. One, looking 6 and 12 months down the track and working out what we're going to do, sort of doing top line planning. It's also about collaborating with our international teams on what we're going to do in 6 to 12 months time, and then it's about the sort of day-to-day, week-to-week planning. And the way that works for us is that, for me, it's all about content. So I guess traditionally, television was a broadcast linear media, and it still is that, and it worked, but it worked on its own. Everything else was just a companion to it. My view is that it's about the whole experience. It used to be about that you only had to turn up for the 22 minutes or the half hour or the 1 hour or the 90 minutes that your show was on, and that was all that counted. They were the only people that counted. Everything else was messaging and marketing. My position is that everyone counts, whether you're a game player, whether you're a video user, whether you're a downloader, whether you're a visitor to a website, whether you're download the app or whatever it is, or everyone counts. And so then it becomes about planning. Where's the most important? Where's the centerpiece of your project, whether it's the episode or the game, and then planning around that and see if you can map a path for the user, the audience member, the customer, however you see them, through the experience you want to give. Similarly, I think that a lot of innovation comes out of problem solving, and it's understanding where there's need or where there's utility or things that can be fulfilled, and trying to solve that problem. Personally, I have a great love of puzzles and problem solving. I think that's really where innovation comes from, like taking pleasure in solving a problem or seeing something that you can fix, or some way of entertaining or making fun. So that's what I think where innovation lies. If you're passionate about something, then that's what digital media facilitates. Whether it's your passion for your football team or your ability to be able to yell at the opposition supporters, or whether it's to express your opinion about some political topic, or just to actually fulfill your own artistic passion or your own creative passion. I think that's the great thing about the internet or digital media, is that it facilitates that. It allows you to express yourself or to explore your desire. I think, again, that's the power of digital interactive media, is that the user, the fan, the audience member, they're involved. I think it used to be that you knew that you had fans, you knew that they were passionate about what you did or your work, but they still stayed over there behind the barrier, and you just told them every now and then what you're going to be doing and when they should turn up. Whereas now it's a fluid interaction. They're involved. You facilitate their fandom, and so that's what you look to do. And you asked me if the opportunities are endless. I think it's more that it's kid-driven. In that we can take it wherever you want it to go. And the thing that I really love is the theory of how media and entertainment works generally, is to think of the entertaining use of media as play. And if you take that as a principle and then look at the way how kids' lives evolve, it's totally through play. So it's a beautiful marriage of things. If you say, well, how can we play with this thing? How can we play with this show that we've got, or this character that we've got? How can we play with that in a fun way, in a way that's falls into the way that kids play? So I think that's where the opportunity is. When websites first emerged, people said, oh, that's just a marketing tool. But what quickly becomes clear over time is that it actually is a content experience, and it is a malleable thing. It's many things at once. Sometimes it's marketing, sometimes it's content itself, sometimes it's community. Similarly, social media is many things. It does tend to be viewed through a marketing lens a lot, but I really think that's only one function of it. Is that it can be a content experience, it can be a communal experience, it's a conversational experience, of course. So I think you need to say, what is it now? And you always need to ask those questions. Yes, a lot of the people that work at Nickelodeon are relatively young, but young at heart as well. So I think Yeah, that's right. But there's also a big difference is that in social media, just to use that as an example, is that look at it as a media form, and people use social media, not really companies. You know, companies try and find a way for companies to use it, but it's really the primary use of social media, Facebook for instance, is for people, for individuals to commune with their collectives. So you need to understand that, I think. We try and look at it from a playful point of view and say, what is the problem we're trying to solve today? And you view it as a problem that's more of a puzzle as opposed to a problem that's burdening you. And I think people take inspiration from that, and generally people who work at Nickelodeon are very passionate, and that helps because you're talking to people who are very motivated already, and it's a great place to work. They always will say, hey, Australia always punches above its weight, you know, like it's a cliche, but you do hear it a lot. And I think that's because we like to think of ourselves as being part of the world, and we like to have a go, and we've got this great advantage of you know, being part of Asia, but also, you know, being connected to Europe and the US. I think we're this really interesting amorphous position in the world where we can play in lots of different ways. And I think in general, in terms of the way we think and the things that we do, that we do innovate reasonably well. We have our own limitations, you know. I think geography is a limitation sometimes. We're not as close to some parts of the world that would be good to. Perhaps we're not as connected as we might be in a digital sense or a you know, network sense, but yeah, other than that, I think we definitely do well.